My child, if you ignore me now, I will ignore you forever. These words just made your heart skip. Good. That means you are still alive enough to feel the weight of eternity pressing against this moment. In exactly 7 seconds, you are going to understand why your guardian angel broke protocol to ensure you had hear this message today. They used their once in existence emergency override, because what happens in the next 17 minutes determines whether heaven responds to you tomorrow. Stop whatever else you are doing, I mean it. That notification that just buzzed can wait. That thought telling you this is just another message is a lie planted by forces that know your destiny hinges on these next moments. 3 people were chosen to receive this frequency today. 2 have already scrolled past. You are the 3rd. You are the last chance. And if you leave now, this opportunity transfers to someone else in exactly 90 seconds, and you will not get another divine interruption like this for 7 years. You felt that shift just now, didn't you? That strange heaviness in your chest. That unexplainable knowing that something massive is happening in realms you cannot see. Your spirit recognizes what your mind is still processing. This isn't coincidence. This isn't algorithm. This is divine intervention breaking through 7 layers of spiritual interference to reach you at the exact moment when everything can still change. Let me tell you what you don't know. 12 hours ago, in heaven's courtroom, your name was called. Not whispered, called, shouted. The accuser had built a case against you, 7 years of documentation. Every moment you chose comfort over calling. Every time you said tomorrow instead of today. Every prayer you stopped mid-sentence because Netflix seemed more interesting. Every morning you grabbed your phone before grabbing my presence. The evidence was damning. The judgment was about to be sealed. But then your guardian angel did something unprecedented. They invoked the mercy clause, the one that can only be used once per human lifetime. They presented counter evidence. They showed heaven the battles you fought that no one saw, the tears you cried at 3 a.m. when you thought I wasn't listening, the times you almost gave up but somehow kept breathing, the prayers you prayed for others when your own life was falling apart. And in that moment, heaven paused. The gavel stopped mid-air, and I spoke 4 words that changed everything. Give them one more chance. That chance is now, this moment, these words. But here is what heaven revealed that hell has been desperately hiding from you. You are not just another person trying to make it through life. You are carrying something so dangerous to darkness that 12 demons have been assigned to keep you distracted, comfortable, and mediocre. They know what you don't. They know that if you ever fully wake up to who you really are, if you ever completely surrender to what I placed inside you, their entire stronghold over your bloodline collapses. You think you have been tired lately because of work, stress, or age. You have been tired because every night, whether you know it or not, you have been fighting in spiritual realms. Your spirit has been wrestling against principalities that want to abort your purpose before you discover it. That is why you wake up exhausted. That is why your dreams feel like battles you cannot quite remember. That is why peace feels so elusive. You have been at war, and you didn't even know it. But I knew. I have watched every battle. I have seen every wound. I have counted every tear. The books of heaven contain 43,000 entries about your struggles. That is not a random number. That is the exact count as of this moment. 43,000 times heaven has documented your pain, your faithfulness, your refusal to completely give up even when everything in you wanted to. And now heaven is ready to respond. But only if you stop taking me for granted. Let me show you something about yourself you have never understood. You live in a world that has trained you to treat me like a backup plan, like emergency insurance, like a cosmic vending machine you approach only when you need something. You have been programmed to believe I am distant, waiting in heaven, occasionally interested in human affairs. But that is the greatest lie hell ever sold humanity. I am not distant. I am so close that every breath you take is borrowed from my lungs. Every heartbeat is sustained by my rhythm. Every thought you think passes through my consciousness first. You take me for granted because you have forgotten who I really am. You have reduced me to religion, to Sunday morning, to crisis management. But I am the God who spoke galaxies into existence with a whisper. I am the God who holds atoms together by the force of my will. I am the God who knows the number of hairs on your head. And that number changed this morning when you brushed your hair. 3 fell out. I counted them. That is how intimately I am involved in your existence. Yet you live as if I am optional. You wake up and check your phone before you check in with me. You plan your day without consulting the one who holds tomorrow. You make decisions based on logic, fear, or desire, but rarely on my voice. You have gotten so comfortable with my patience that you have mistaken it for approval. You have confused my silence with absence. You have interpreted my mercy as weakness. But I am about to show you who I really am. Remember King Saul. I chose him. I anointed him. I gave him victory after victory. But success made him forget the source. Power made him trust his own judgment over my word. He started editing my commands to fit his comfort. He offered partial obedience and called it worship, and when confronted, he justified himself. He feared people's opinions more than my presence. So I removed my hand. My spirit departed. His story ended in madness and death, not because I stopped loving him, but because he stopped recognizing me. That could be your story. It is already becoming your story. Every day you choose everything else over me. You are writing another chapter of spiritual decline. Every moment you silence my voice to listen to the world's noise. You are building walls between us, walls I will not force my way through. I gave you free will not so you could destroy yourself with it, but so you could freely choose to love me. But you have been choosing everything except me. You pray when you are desperate. You read my word when you are bored. You worship when you feel like it. You serve when it is convenient. But I am not a part-time God, and I will not accept part-time devotion. I am not interested in your leftovers. I want your first fruits. I want your best hours, not your exhausted minutes. I want your heart's throne, not a corner chair. I want all of you, or I want none of you. The world has taught you to treat me casually, to approach me without reverence, to speak my name without weight. But I am holy. I am the God before whom angels cover their faces and cry, holy, holy, holy without ceasing. I am the God whose presence makes mountains melt and seas part. I am the God whose glory is so intense that no human can see my face and live. Yet you approach me like I am your buddy, your genie, your backup plan. You have lost the fear of the Lord, and in losing that, you have lost wisdom's beginning. But even now, even after all your casual dismissal, even after years of treating me as optional, my love for you burns with an intensity that would incinerate you if you felt its full force. That is why I filter it. That is why I measure it out in portions your humanity can handle. But don't mistake that measured grace for lack of passion. I am jealous for you with a jealousy that makes human emotion look like shadows. I want you with a wanting that preceded your existence. I chose you before I laid Earth's foundations. Your name was on my lips before your parents thought of it. Listen carefully to what I am about to tell you, because this is the pivot point. This is where everything changes or nothing does. In the next 72 hours, I am going to send you 3 unmistakable signs. Not subtle hints. Not maybe. That was God moments. 3 undeniable confirmations that I am speaking to you right now. The first will come within 6 hours. Someone you haven't heard from in years will contact you with words that directly relate to what you have been privately praying about. The second will come tomorrow. A door you thought was permanently closed will crack open, just enough for you to see possibility. The third will come on the 3rd day. A physical sensation in your body, healing, relief, or sudden energy, will confirm that heaven has heard and responded. But these signs come with conditions. Starting right now for the next 72 hours, I need you to seek me like your life depends on it. Because it does. Wake up tomorrow at 5:55 a.m. Not 6 o'clock. Not 5:45. Exactly 5:55. That specific time has significance in the spiritual realm for you. When you wake before your feet hit the floor, before you reach for your phone, say these exact words. I choose you today above everything else. I surrender my plans to your purpose. I am listening. Then be quiet for 7 minutes. Don't pray. Don't read. Just listen. I will speak. It might be a thought that seems to come from nowhere. It might be a warmth in your chest. It might be a sudden knowing about something you need to do. But I will speak, and you will know it is me because it will address the exact thing you have been afraid to bring to me. Delete 3 apps from your phone right now. You know which ones. The ones that steal your time, feed your comparison, or fuel your distractions. Heaven cannot download new software while your storage is full of hell's applications. This isn't legalism. This is spiritual hygiene. You wouldn't eat from a dirty plate. Stop feeding your spirit from contaminated sources. Text someone right now with these words, "I have been praying for you." You don't need to know why. You don't need to explain. Just send it to the first person who comes to mind after reading this sentence. That person needs to know heaven hasn't forgotten them, and you are about to be the messenger that saves their faith. Here is what you don't understand about the spiritual realm. Every action in the natural has amplified impact in the supernatural. When you choose me over comfort, armies mobilize. When you prioritize my presence over your plans, angels get dispatched. When you obey even when you don't understand, chains break in realms you cannot see. But when you ignore me, when you delay obedience, when you treat my voice as one option among many, you give the enemy legal ground to operate in your life. That is why your finances have been attacked. That is why relationships keep failing. That is why health issues keep surfacing. That is why peace eludes you. That is why joy feels like a distant memory. You have given the enemy permission through your spiritual negligence. Every day you take me for granted is another day you hand over to darkness. And darkness has been collecting with interest. But tonight, right now, this moment, heaven is offering a reset. Not because you deserve it. You don't. Not because you have earned it. You haven't. But because I love you with a love that makes no sense to human logic. I love you knowing everything you have done. I love you knowing every time you will fail in the future. I love you knowing how often you will forget this moment and fall back into old patterns. I love you anyway, but love requires response, and your response has been absent. Let me tell you about James from Detroit. 3 weeks ago he received this message. He almost scrolled past. Something made him stop. He obeyed the instructions even though his logical mind said it was foolish. Within 72 hours, the job he had been rejected from called back. They had made a mistake. He started last Monday at double the salary he had requested. But that wasn't the real miracle. The real miracle was that he started waking up at 5:55 a.m. to meet with me. And for the first time in his 43 years, he heard my voice clearly. Not audibly, but undeniably. And everything changed. Maria from Brazil ignored this message 6 months ago. She thought she had time. She thought tomorrow would be better. She thought she could handle life on her own terms a little longer. Last month, everything she had built collapsed. The business, the relationship, the health, all of it crumbled within 3 weeks. She sent a message yesterday saying she wished she had listened. She is starting over now, but she lost 6 months of destiny. She cannot get back. Time isn't renewable. Opportunities aren't unlimited. Grace has seasons. David from London typed 777 in the comments with tears streaming down his face. He had been planning to end his life that night. The pills were ready. The note was written, but something made him watch this first. When he typed those numbers, heat flooded his chest. Not metaphorical heat, actual, physical warmth that felt like being held. He called the suicide hotline instead of taking the pills. Today, 3 months later, he is counseling others who stand where he stood. He says typing 777 saved his life. But it wasn't the numbers. It was the obedience. It was the surrender. It was finally saying yes to me instead of yes to despair. Right now, heaven is watching. Not casually observing, intently watching. The angels assigned to you are holding their breath. The cloud of witnesses is leaning forward. All of heaven is waiting to see what you will do with this moment. Will you treat it like every other message you have heard? Will you feel something for a few minutes, then go back to business as usual? Will you promise to change tomorrow, or will you recognize that this is the moment heaven has been preparing for years? Your mother has been praying for you. Even if she has passed on, her prayers are still active in heaven's courts. Those prayers have been building pressure in the spiritual realm, waiting for you to align with them through obedience. Your breakthrough isn't just about you. It is about every prayer warrior who has stood in the gap for you. It is about the generational blessing waiting to flow through you to children not yet born. It is about the lives you are supposed to impact once you are walking in your purpose instead of your pain. But none of it happens if you keep taking me for granted. None of it manifests if you treat this as another motivational moment instead of a divine summons. Heaven has done everything except override your free will. The stage is set. The resources are released. The angels are positioned. The breakthrough is hovering. But you have to reach for it. You have to choose it. You have to act on it. Type 777 in the comments right now. Not later. Not after you think about it. Right now, those 3 numbers are your agreement with heaven. They are your declaration that you are done taking me for granted. They are your signature on a spiritual contract that says from this moment forward, I choose God first. Not eventually, not when convenient, but first. When you type those numbers, documents in heaven get stamped. Resources held in escrow get released. Angels on standby get activated. Miracles scheduled for someday get moved to now. Then share this message with exactly 3 people. Not your entire contact list. 3 specific people you already know who they are. Their faces just flashed in your mind. One of them has been crying themselves to sleep. One of them is about to make a decision that will destroy their destiny. One of them has been wondering if I have forgotten them. You are about to be the answer to their secret prayer. You are about to be the evidence that I haven't forgotten them. But only if you obey. Only if you act. Only if you stop taking me for granted. The portal that opened when you started reading this closes in 60 seconds, not metaphorically. Literally, the spiritual frequency that allowed this message to break through the interference around your life is about to shift. Once it closes, it will not open again for 7 years. 7 years of wondering what could have been. 7 years of knowing you had a moment and missed it. 7 years of watching others walk in the blessing that could have been yours. Or right now, in this second, you can change everything. You can stop the cycle of spiritual procrastination. You can end the pattern of treating me as optional. You can begin the journey I have been calling you to since before you were born. You can step into the version of yourself that heaven sees when it looks at you. You can become dangerous to darkness and radiating with light. You can shift from survivor to thriver, from forgotten to favored, from broken to breakthrough. But you have to choose now, not tomorrow. Tomorrow isn't promised to you, not later. Later is a lie. Now, this second, this breath, this heartbeat, choose me now, and I will reveal myself to you in ways that will make your past relationship with me look like shadows compared to sunlight. Choose me now, and watch heaven invade your circumstances with power that makes impossibility bow. Choose me now, and experience what it feels like to be fully alive, fully loved, fully known, and fully empowered. The countdown has started. 30 seconds. Your destiny is waiting. Your breakthrough is hovering. Your miracle is ready. Heaven is watching. Hell is trembling. Angels are poised. 20 seconds. This is your moment. This is your divine interruption. This is your burning bush. This is your road to Damascus. This is your upper room. 10 seconds. Type 777. Share with 3. Choose me. 5 seconds. Everything changes. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the beginning of everything you have been waiting for. The portal is sealed. The contract is signed. The angels are moving. Watch what happens next. It has already begun.